No worries. I'm feeling a little bit of sadness coming up, just came up, so I'll keep it a little bit short.
Okay.
Um, yeah, what I've noticed the last few months, but especially the last few weeks, it's been more pronounced than ever, is that I'm like running into a wall. There's like this big wall inside of me on the left side mostly, and it sounds really stupid, but I really want to run into the wall all the time. It's like I really want to squeeze the wall out, and it takes a lot of effort, but everything else just seems wrong. And um, and on the contrary side, it also gives me a lot of energy. It feels like I'm completely exhausting myself, but at the same time, it also feels like it gives me a lot of strength, a lot of energy. I feel like a lot of anger, like a lot of natural ability, my natural ability to get angry. Like my fight response is getting better.
Hmm.
Like my fight response is really frozen, and now, for example, when someone does something, walks against me in a city or whatever, I respond very quickly, like very appropriately, like not too weak, not too strong, but like just like in an instant, there's like an appropriate response. That's something I noticed, so I really like that.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah, I don't know
this.
if I've got much to say on it, except that when you said it, it reminded me of Dobby the House Elf from Harry Potter.
Hmm,
Have you ever
I'll
seen? Have you
yeah,
ever
yeah,
seen that? You know
yeah.
when he like punishes himself and runs against the wall every time he does something
Mm.
that against his masters,
Yeah.
and hits his head.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about that because as soon as I start commenting on people's psychology in these live streams, you begin to like tread on a tightrope because I don't know your psychology. We've had a few
Yeah.
conversations, like maybe 10 conversations online,
Yeah.
maybe more, and I don't really understand what you mean or your ideas around that because I could
Yeah.
go, with the version of like the wall is imagined, the you is imagined, but in the end, I don't know your psychology.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
what would be helpful for you is such little information, and it's so not appropriate for me to expose you online by asking questions and really like digging deep into the psychology, because even though
Mm.
you might do that, you might be in like these trauma states and
Yeah.
not have recognized your boundaries, so then you might expose too much of yourself on the internet, and it's kind of then like I'm pushing you for this live stream to expose your psychology to other people, to teach other people, so that might be good, but it's not inherently good for you.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what that means. The image that came up was Dobby the House Elf, but I'm sure that that's just because I'm re-listening to Harry Potter again at the moment,
Mm.
and that's what the image is that comes up, and that
Yeah.
compassion comes up for you as well. But
Thank
then
you.
there's also the sense like I don't want to touch that because
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
feels
and so
very.
just really, I just encourage you to work with someone one on one to
Yeah, I'm already
explore
doing that.
these things. What somebody that is well informed about these things. It doesn't necessarily have to be a psychologist. Psychologists are limited as well, but somebody that knows about these things and can explore them with you and help
Yeah.
point you beyond like your habits and your conditions and your learnt ways of being.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really annoying because I'm really stubborn as well. Ugh, I don't want to. I don't feel like I'm like in a phase that I don't want to listen to anyone. Uh, I want to. Yeah.
You're going through the teenage years, like,
Yeah,
no,
that's
my
no.
way. You're slowly growing up.
Honestly, that's really how it feels. It's like I'm like in a really childish phase. Like I have like a really adult mind I can use, and I'm even ignoring that. It's like I'm doing so much irrational stuff, and I just wanna. It's like I almost wanna just resist, Because I didn't have the room as a child. I had to be so perfect, and now it's like I'm doing like a lot of, yeah, like puberty things.
Yeah, this can be really helpful. But then we're going into your psychology again, and I get a bit
Yeah,
reluctant to go too much into people's psychology.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Like I don't mind guiding people into their body a bit, but it's maybe not too good to expose all these sorts of things on the internet too much.
yeah.
Like your true freedom is what you are now,
Yeah,
right now. You're like, F off, I'm a teenager, I want to rebel and I want to murder anyone that says this. It's not
yes,
right now, it's in the past, that's my true nature. But your
yeah,
true nature is right here, there is a freedom here. So you've
yeah,
got all this rebelling, you've got this stubbornness, you've got this person that's running against the wall, and who is experiencing that now?
yeah, yeah.
What is experiencing that now?
Okay, I don't know. I wanna. It makes me really mad if you ask it now.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
go
makes
for
me
it.
really
Yeah, that's
curious.
yeah.
I don't even want to say it.
So in your body there is like sensation of fury, like
Yeah,
that comes up for people differently, but that could sometimes be like the heart, the throat, the face,
yeah,
the solar plexus, the chakra, and then there's the person that's analyzing that, and the person that's documenting that. She is making me angry, and then there's narrator that's telling you why you're angry. You've got all these different parts to you, and then there's something that's watching that, and that something that's watching that is free. And
mm,
it's nowhere and everywhere. It's in my words, it's in my face, it's in the room, it's in the sounds, it's in the bum on the seat. And that's your true freedom, that's the end of seeking.
mm,
I'm not saying don't work on the personal stuff, but
yeah,
really what I teach is beyond the personal stuff.
yeah. Mm.
And it's so alive and free and present and expanded. It
Yeah,
doesn't need anything.
I want that.
So you think. But then there's another part of you that's like, rebel, I want to rebel, throw myself
Yeah,
against the wall, throw myself against the wall.
yes.
So you think you want that. Like what you want in the end, like Roger used to say to me, and I thought this was just fantastic to point this out to people that are going very existential. What you really want is just peace of mind, just being happy and being simply happy in the present moment and not having lots of psychological baggage,
Yeah, yeah, true.
just to feel content right now. And I'm saying that that contentment is part of you, it's your birthright. Where is
Yeah,
that contentment?
yeah. It feels like it's underneath everything.
Yeah, it's also in everything as well. So it's in my words,
Mm,
in the walls, in the light. It's also underneath, like behind. It feels like it's hidden behind, but it's also in everything.
yeah,
It's everything you touch, everything you see, everything you hear.
yeah. Sometimes when I have like glimpses, then I can get a little bit of this seeming. I know it's not the same, but I can really. It's like everything's glowing. It's everything's like, uh, yeah, almost like everything's like screaming at me, but not in
Yeah.
a bad way. Like in a like a like you said one time, like
Mm.
hello, hello, and like everything's saying hello to you, like
Yeah.
really, really
Yeah,
glow.
that's really beautiful, but that's still a memory now, and that's
Yeah.
still a you that is experiencing that.
Mm.
So what else is here right now that isn't a memory, that isn't to do with you, that isn't about the like so the fury comes up at my words,
Yeah.
and that's beautiful, that's part of being human, but what else is here beyond that? Like it's almost like the fury becomes a distraction, like the fury and then the wanting to resolve it or to do something with it. So what else is here?
Um,
It's so empty.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you What I can feel is something really lightly um, vibrating, like a vibrating space. But I don't know if that's just what you mean.
Yeah, we'll never know in time. Like we'll
Mm,
never be able to compare and like put a postlet on it in time. I think that's what it's
yeah.
called. Like
Mm,
like right here. At some point, it will be known so clearly,
yeah.
but not by a person. So it'll be like it's spoken of, and it's so clear.
Yeah.
It's like no doubt, but it's not intellectual. It's just the way it is.
Mm, it sounds very wonderful.
Yeah, but that's the person again going on into like most probably victimization. It sounds so wonderful the place you're in.
Yeah.
Like it's that's another distraction that it's
Mm,
so wonderful. It's
mm,
what you are. It's not hidden. It's just seemingly hidden. It's looking now. Like wonderful is the person.
mm.
Good or bad is the person. What else is here in this moment that's free from anything, that's not thought, that's not feeling, not sensation? It's just experiencing.
I don't know. That's so hard.
Yeah, so the
Uh,
mind goes, I don't know, it's so hard. And that's
yeah.
okay. And then it has certain feelings. So if in the past you had a tendency to low self esteem, then it will be like, I'm failing, I'm messing this up, I can't get it. And the person will
Yeah.
begin to get all twisted. And that's in the experience. So that's not it. That's distraction that's happening.
Mm,
But in that, there's something that's experiencing it. It's so still. It's so empty. It's love. If it's sending you into lots of like chaos or discomfort, what you can try doing is putting the personal awareness into itself. So you focus your awareness on the personal awareness. So the awareness sort of focuses on itself. And then
so
notice there's something that's watching that.
so I put my focus on the personal awareness. So like the
Focus, you could say like focus on focus. So like the ability to move the attention around. So
yeah.
so that some people think that's the big consciousness, but it's not the big consciousness. There's something that's experiencing that. But if you put your focus in your focus, so you could be focusing on writing a letter, but if you put
Yeah.
it on it focus itself,
Yeah.
like so you put it in itself, and then there's something that's watching that, but don't try to look
Mm,
for it. It's just kind of allowing that to come forward.
yeah. Okay.
And then just notice what happens. For some people it doesn't work. Like the mind, if you've got had low self-esteem or difficulty at school or
Yeah.
perfectionistic makeup, then maybe you get yourselves into tangles trying to do this. So it's not recommendable for everybody.
Yeah. It makes it difficult because whenever I do that, there's like I have a lot of tension in my back, and it's like identification with it. Um, like a lot of identification in my body,
Mm.
and yeah, I kind of get like distracted. Oh, see, it's not, I'm there. Like I'm so convinced that I'm there in identification.
Mm. So if you just put the attention right in the focus without thinking,
Okay.
yeah, then there might be pain that comes forward, but there's also an immense presence. And in doing this, just for a side note for other people that are hearing me, it's not, it sounds like I'm giving a prescription to a somebody, but actually it's a description of what can happen. And I'm not implying that that somebody is going to get somewhere. It's not that somebody, so that somebody that's doing the action isn't going to get something, it's something else takes over. Nice. Maybe we move on to someone else now, but nice to speak with you, Hans.
Yeah, nice to speak to you too, Lisa. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Bye.
Bye.